set up this little top-down video setup, and using my Blue Yeti, I am able to have a completely dedicated setup up here in my guest room closet. Maybe I'll post a picture on like my Instagram or something someday of my setup, but it's nothing to brag about for sure, but it gets the job done. So, in this video, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be taking a look at Pokemon cards. I have had these Pokemon cards for the longest time, and everything you're about to see is all in a sleeve. When I say the longest time, I mean like 20 years longest time. I collected them as a kid, and unfortunately, as a kid, you play with them a lot. You play with, your cool cards that you get. So a lot of these got a little bit of wear and tear on them. I will say that they are all sleeved, though, which is really nice. But unfortunately, sometimes the damage had already been done, if you will. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Pokemon card number 1. We actually have a Gen 2 Pokemon card here, Noctowl. Now, Noctowl is actually the evolved form of Hoothoot, which you can see in the top left-hand corner. I think this is like the Sparrow/Pharaoh version of, Gen 1, and I actually really like Noctowl. Noctowl is much better, in my opinion, than Pharaoh. It's got a wing attack for 30 damage, 60 HP, and I love how as soon as I pull out the first card, some car starts to rev up in the outside. There is a first edition stamp there, and I'm not sure what this 2 stars mean, but sorry, somebody's trying to call me. I hope that's not interrupting the audio, but I think this is like the set that it's from, like a premiere set. So we will put that up there, the top left-hand corner, and move on to our second card, which is Manky. And this is a Team Rocket Manky, first edition, 40 HP. I'm recording this before dinner, and I haven't eaten in a while, so if my stomach makes some weird noises, I'm sorry, but Team Rocket Manky, Mischief, shuffle your opponent's deck. That cracks me up. That cracks me up. And then Anger, which does 20 damage. Manky was one of my, I don't know, I guess I would say I kind of slept on Manky and Primeape when I was playing like the Gen 1 games, like Red, Blue, Yellow. I never really had a Manky, and I whenever I went back, like at an older age, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a Manky, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Of course, first edition as well. Most of these are in fact first edition, so. Next up, we have Swinup. I believe it's Swinup. Swinup, maybe. Don't come at me in the comments. This is I thought this was an ice type Pokemon, but it looks like it's water. Maybe it's the same on these cards. Again, it's part of that premiere set, and it is first edition. Non-holographic though. Non-holographic, but still. First edition. So it gets its sleeve. I believe Swinup, whatever it is a Gen 2 Pokemon as well. Maybe Gen 3, but I think it's Gen 2. This card right here. Love the art on Drowsy. Team Rocket Drowsy, first edition. Drowsy. Almost looks like he's trying to hypnotize. But I love the purple and pink and just like looks like what's the word for it? It starts with a T. Like the background, like the design. Oh, I can't think of it right now. My mind is fleeting, but Nightmare, the defending Pokemon, is now asleep and does 10 damage. Long distance hypnosis, that's pretty fitting. Hypnosis Pokemon. Well, that should get its own little special place since it's, you know, an ASMR video and whatnot. Next, we have our first trainer card. Rocket's Sneak Attack. Again, not much of a... I was never much of a player. I just kind of collected the cards, so like the trainer cards were just like meh, but it is a first edition, therefore it gets its own sleeve. Come on. There we go. Next up, we have Dratini. Now, this is a Team Rocket Dratini, first edition Dratini. I remember once getting in like a heated argument about the evolved form of Dratini being Dragonite, not Dragonair. I thought Dragonair was the final form. Obviously, I got the names mixed up, not the bodies mixed up. I knew that the Dragonite was like the final form. I didn't think it would evolve back into like a little snail type Pokemon, or like snake type Pokemon. But yeah, I could have sworn it was Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, or Dratini, Dragonite, Dragonair, and now it's Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. So I was wrong. I got crucified as a kid. In that argument, I was like, no, you're wrong, and I was very wrong. Next up, Team Rocket's Zubat, first edition. Looks like a very, very small sliver of a moon. Zubat was very annoying. It knows the very complicated moves of Ram and Bite. Obviously, I'm joking, but yeah. Zubat was very annoying. Zubat gave, playing, blue and red. Very, very annoying. Now, this next card is a Pocket Monsters card, and I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this backing is the normal backing for Japanese cards, which is what this is, I believe, right? It should be Japanese. We have a holographic Vaporeon. It is not first edition, but I thought it was really cool. I mean, holographic Japanese Pokemon. I don't know how much this would go for, but evolutions were always fascinating to me, and I hate that I don't know all the evolutions now. Back when I was playing the game and like kept up with Pokemon, it was just Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. And then of course there was Umbreon and Espeon, and now I guess there's like Leafeon. There's an ice one. I'm assuming it's Iceon. I don't know. It sounds like Icy Hot, but yeah, Vaporeon was. I think my favorite was like Flareon, probably, because I was just always all about the fire types. Next up, we have Dark Gloom, Team Rocket, Dark Gloom. Now, this is a first edition. I don't really know what constitutes Dark Gloom over just Gloom. And why is Dratini not Dark Dratini, since they're both Team Rocket? I think this might be like a Gen 2 Gloom, is when they started adding the dark in front of it, or maybe that's just two completely different things. I don't know, but boy sleep on Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume / Blossom. It was always difficult getting a Blossom in the Pokemon games because you needed like a special item and you had to trade them. But next up, Dark War Turtle. This guy is pissed. He is mad at something. He is not having it. He is not having a good day. First edition Team Rocket Double Slap Mirror Shell. Love the art. Love the attitude. Very attitudinal War Turtle. He is not happy. He looks like he is very mad that he's not a Blastoise yet. One of the better Pokemon. One of the, probably, in my opinion, the second best starter behind, of course, Charizard. We'll put him over there. Back to the cartoon style of Manky, we have Clefairy. And this is normal type Clefairy, not fairy type Clefairy, because this was before fairy type was a thing. We got Double Slap. It is a part of that premiere set. Again, not 100% sure what it's called, but we're going to call it Premiere. And it is first edition. Square Dance. What? Just chilling on the front porch swing. Just having a good time, I guess. Continuing with the cartoon art, we have Oddish, and I guess we should have put this with Dark Gloom, but first edition premiere set has Hide and Absorb. I used to hate Absorb type moves. There was like Absorb, Giga Drain, and I want to say maybe like Hyper Drain. No, there wasn't a Hyper Drain. But, yeah, those were the most annoying moves. I hated going up against Leaf-type Pokemon that were, like, predicated on absorbing your HP, because it was very annoying. Very, very annoying. Put that over top of Manky. We have Gen 2 A-Bomb. First edition premiere set. It's got Pilfer and Tail Wrap. That art, it's looking very mischievous. Its tail has a little hand on it, which is kind of spooky. It is a normal type Pokemon, but I believe it turned like almost like into a dark type Pokemon later on in the later generations, but this version is just a normal A-Bomb. Yeah. Never really had an A-Bomb in any of the games, but okay. We have one of the manliest Pokemon ever, Machop. This guy is quite the fighter, as is his older evolutions, which we'll get into later. But this is a Team Rocket First Edition Machop. He has the very technical moves of Punch and Kick. 50 HP. First Edition Rocket, Team Rocket. So, not a holographic, not anything special. Literally knows Punch and Kick. But it's a first edition, so it gets a sleeve. Now, this Pokemon right here, I thought was a misprint when I was like going through them again. We have Radicarl, and I was like, oh my god, it's a misprint. It's Radicarl. Eradicate, but the whole thing is in German. I believe that's German. I think. Okay, it says Pokemon on the back, but I believe that is German. Radicarl, not Eradicate. You guys let me know in the comments what language that is. I'm assuming bite is bis, or bice, I don't know how to pronounce that in German, or whatever language this is, but super cool. It is a first edition German card, so maybe those are super rare, I don't know. And then we have 3 left, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this one, which I'm not going to lie, when this card came out, I was like, oh, this thing's worthless, like everybody got one, because it was released with a VHS movie. We have the Mew promo code card. I think this was released with every VHS of one of the Pokemon movies. This one's actually in decent shape because I don't think I ever really did anything with it. I don't know if it's first edition or not. Let me see. Hold on. No, I don't see anything saying like first edition or anything like that. I don't know if that even exists, but Mew is one of the legendaries from the first generation. Super cool lore behind it. I don't know all the lore, but he is a legendary for sure. And I don't know which one of these I should show you first. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is, don't be shocked when you see this card because it's not a first edition, but we have a holographic Charizard. Yes, a holographic Charizard. And like I said, in the beginning of the video, I kind of talked about how I haven't really used these, or like the only time I ever collected these is when I was a kid. And so, you know, being a holographic Charizard, it was always like, hey, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And you can see on the top there's a little bit of damage. I don't even know how much a holographic Charizard would go for. That's not first edition, but see, it shines pretty good. You could probably flip it over and probably see the damage a little bit better on the top, but yeah, very unfortunate, but it's still here. It's still, I mean, I don't think I would ever sell any of these cards, but it's cool to have. Super cool to have. So that's funny. I literally just got a notification, like a Twitter notification. Sometimes I get suggested Twitter notifications whenever I don't check my personal Twitter, and a Logan Paul notification just popped up, which is funny. Okay. And last but certainly not least, this is probably my number 1 card. It is a holographic first edition Machamp. Look at that. The manliest of all the Pokemon, Machamp, 100 HP, Seismic Toss. What a legend. You can see the sparklies, the way it's outlined. Super cool. Super cool. 60 damage on Seismic Toss. I think Seismic Toss used to like hurt you in the game. He only has 100 HP compared to Charizard, which has 120 I think I want to do some more of these kind of top-down style videos. Maybe we open up some new packs, some pack openings, some IRL pack openings. I know I've done pack openings in the past where, we do 2K pack openings, but these are, trading cards or sports cards or whatever they may be. I would always, I've always wanted to get into collecting, and that's kind of the purpose of this channel, believe it or not. So, yeah, there you go. Let me know if any of these are worth a ton of money. Who knows? Who knows? Even the holographic ones, the non-holographic ones. With the way Pokemon is exploding, Logan Paul just sold his Pikachu for like 5.25 million or something like that. Absolutely insane. So, who knows? But leave a like, comment down below, subscribe.